What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Kevin with Optimized Essentials, and today I'm going to share with you 4 exercises to help you lose weight fast, all right? And I'm serious, no gimmicks, none of that high intensity interval training, cardio bullshit. They're going to be 4 key fundamental core exercises that everyone should be able to do, and not just do, but do with good form in order for this exercise to work correctly. So make sure you watch and pay attention, use a mirror, watch this video very closely, study what I'm sharing with you very closely, because yes, they're basic exercises, but I promise you if you do them the way I show it to you, and that you execute it the way I describe, you're going to experience some insane fat loss. All right, so the 4 key fundamental exercises that I'm going to be sharing with you today is the squat, is the overhead press, a pressing movement, a plate row, a pulling movement, another pushing movement, a plate press, all right? So all of these 4 exercises are basic fundamental exercises that will hit multiple large muscle groups. They're compound movements, and all you need is a plate, not a dish, but a plate, all right? A plate at the gym. I recommend starting off with 25 pounds, moving it up to 35 if you have it at your gym. Some gyms don't, but if you don't, move it up to 45, and then after that, you can progress into dumbbells, barbells, etc. You get the point, and so on, all right? So one of the benefits, or multiple benefits, of what I'm sharing with you today, because it hits multiple muscle groups, it's gonna spike your metabolism, and it's gonna ramp up and spike your hormone production, all right? Most notably your testosterone and your growth hormone, because you're using multiple muscle groups. And one of the key components, factors in ramping up your metabolism and increasing your hormonal production is to do it with good form, and to do it slow and controlled with deep, mindful mind-muscle connections, so that your body can burn the most burn the most energy, burn the most fat, recruit the most muscle fibers. When your mind and your muscles connect, that's when you're gonna be really getting a good workout, all right? So it's gonna be basic exercises, but you're gonna do them back to back, not quickly, but you're gonna do them back to back without rest. So the 4 exercises, you're gonna do 1 minute each. So 1 minute for the squat, 1 minute for the overhead press. It's about 1 minute. You don't have to time yourself, but it's gonna be about 1 minute each, and then you're gonna rest for 1 minute, and you're gonna do that for 3 rounds, and you should be done and in and out of the gym within 20 to 30 minutes. So this is gonna be a perfect way to squeeze in a quick workout before a big meal, or something where you just want to kind of get in and out quick, all right? I give this to my clients most of the time. Now, obviously, if you want some results, you don't want to keep doing the same exercise over and over again. You want to kind of change it up a little bit. Instead of doing the squat, you might do a dumbbell deadlift. You might do some lunges, but you get the idea. This thing is made to be repeatable because it hits multiple muscle groups, and it's kind of a balanced workout. But at the end of the day, you don't want to be doing something over and over again, but if you do choose to do so, I'll teach you how to adjust the reps, the sets, the tempo, and just different little tricks that you can apply to this workout routine, so that you can repeat it as much as you want until you get bored of it, all right? So let's get right into it, all right? The very first exercise we're gonna do is the squat, the plate squat, all right? To do this exercise correctly, you wanna make sure your feet is about shoulder width. You want to point your feet out a little bit, and then you want to make sure when you're holding the plate in front of you, you're keeping your chin slightly pulled back, chest up, drive with your hips, all right? Don't let your knees shoot forward. Don't let your heels come off the ground. Make sure you're pushing your butt back like you're trying to sit in a chair. And if you haven't watched my video on how to squat properly, you can want to watch that. And then another thing you can do if you want to adjust the difficulty of it is go slow, all right? Do slow eccentrics. Descend about a 4 to 5 count, pause at the bottom if you want to make it even harder, and then shoot up as fast as you can, squeezing your legs, squeezing your butt, and really engaging your legs and your glutes and your core. And that is the very first exercise, all right? Plate squats. And then the second exercise, you're gonna jump right into a plate press, a plate overhead press, all right? The movement looks kind of awkward when I'm doing, because I was using big boy weights, right? 45-pound plates. But when you're doing that, I recommend starting with 25, because this is gonna be a burner if you haven't done anything like this. Make sure when you're doing it, same thing, keep your chin tucked, chest up, nice and proud, core engaged, suck your gut in, pop your chest up, and then when you press, make sure you don't press in front of you. Make sure you press directly above your head, okay? So when you press, pop your head through the window. The arms should be in line with your head, so that it's not in front, it's not all the way in the back, but it's directly above you. Your shoulder girdle is sunk down and locked in tight, and you're gonna come back down. Personally, I like to take a big breath, inhale when I press up, and then exhale when I go down. The reason you do this is because you want to keep your core intact and engaged. When you're overhead pressing, you don't want to exhale and then close your rib cage and lose the strength, especially if you're going heavy, all right? So that's the second exercise. Now the third exercise that you're gonna do right after this is the bent over plate row. Now, a lot of people are gonna get this wrong, all right? You wanna make sure you're not rounding your back and pulling with your arms, all right? You don't wanna do that. If you do that, you're not gonna feel your back. A lot of times I don't give bent over row to my clients because a lot of them have really weak core, have really weak glutes, and they can't hold themselves upright in this position even with 25-pound weights. So what you could do instead is you could jump onto a bench, put it on the incline, get your chest at the edge of the bench, widen out your stance almost like you're doing the same thing with your feet out, butt out, chest out, driving, pulling with the dumbbell, squeezing your back, controlling the weight down, and really playing with the tempo, really feeling with your back. One of the key ways to do this exercise correctly is to drive with your elbow, pop your chest, and squeeze your back as hard as you can. If you don't feel it in your back, you're doing it wrong. Stop doing it and feel your back before you continue on with the exercise, all right? Do a few exercises in midair just to feel and activate your back, and just translate it over, right? To do it with the plate, it's the same mechanic. Stick your butt out. It's almost like the hip hinge in a deadlift. Same exact mechanics. If you don't know how to do a deadlift, watch my easiest way to learn how to do a deadlift video. That's going to teach you how to get into that hip hinge position, so that when you pull, you're really squeezing your back and you're really feeling it through the whole movement. All right? Very, very important. But if your core is weak, if your glutes are weak, chances are you're going to do this exercise wrong. But use a mirror, feel your back, and make sure you're pushing your hips out, keeping your core tight. Those are the fundamentals, all right? And then the very last exercise, the fourth exercise, the pushing movement, is the plate press, all right? The plate press is a great way to kind of train the triceps, the pushing movement for the bench for beginners. So what I like to do is I sit at the edge of the bench, I pull my shoulder blades together. That's the motion I want to cue myself in, and then I just lay back into it. You might have to adjust yourself again. Just make sure your shoulder blades are pulled back and down, right? That's the bench position. Pull your shoulder blades back and down, and then you want to keep a slight arch in your back. Not too much where it hurts your back, but enough where you can still squeeze your glutes, all right? So your back is tight, your glutes is tight, and your feet are on the ground. And from that position, you're going to inhale, down, and then press up. Nice and controlled. Really, really slow, all right? When I tell my clients to go slow, they still do it like this. I'm telling you guys, go slow. Did you guys like the slow motion I put on the filter? That wasn't actually a filter, it was me. So when you go down, count 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 1, and then press up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and press up. Watch how I do it in the video that I'm going to show you. Follow the form, follow the tempo, do it the exact same. And if you want to make it harder, start doing some speed reps at the end and just pump it out as fast as you can. And guys, those are the 4 key exercises that will help you lose weight, burn fat quick, elicit the sponge effect where your muscles are starving for energy and it's ready to soak up whatever you eat. So you want to make sure you also, though, you pair this with a good nutrition program or a good diet, because if you do this exercise and you just eat a bunch of junk food, you can do this if you really want to do it. But it's best, if you want to lose weight quick, is to pair it with some healthy eating. And if you need a nutrition program that'll teach you how to eat correctly, check out my nutritionally optimized ebook, very cheap, teaching my secrets on how to stay lean, what to eat for good health, vibrant health that emanates energy, attractive energy to primates, right? And then also, if you're having issues with posture and you can't do these exercises correctly because you have horrible posture, check out my Posture 101 ebook. It is going to be the absolute basic fundamental stretches and self-assessment on yourself so you know what's going on with your body. And then finally, if you want these exercises in a workout routine, check out my 16-week beginner to intermediate transformation program. I literally teach the beginner everything I've learned as a personal trainer, and I take them from a beginner to intermediate in 16 weeks. Now, this may seem like a lot of time, but guess what? If you were to do it yourself, it'll probably take a few years. These exercises, these movements I'm sharing you, they're basic, fundamental, key movements that are easy to reproduce, and they'll get some serious results because it's all about the basics, the fundamentals, and you repeat them over and over and over and over and over again, and then you become a professional. All right, so these exercises are easy to do, effective, they'll get good results if you do them the way I show you. And if you want to work on our team, that'll teach you how to do it from A to Z. You know, literally 16 weeks of progression, over progression. Get my 16-week transformation program. Invest in yourself, and you'll save a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of frustration trying to figure it out on your own, and hire a professional who's done it before and getting results, all right? So it's Kevin with Optimize Essentials. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend, comment if you have any questions. I'd love to see what it's done for you. If you tried it out, please let me know. And yes, stay tuned for more because I have a lot of great stuff to be sharing with you today. Peace.